Hello, my lovelies. How is everyone today? So I was watching some videos. I got to thinking. I was watching these videos about girls who are 15 and 16 talking about being pregnant and having teen pregnancy and everything like that. And in the comments, I noticed that there were a lot of people really just roasting on these girls, telling them how horrible they are, how they're, how they should, how they're slut and their boyfriends are, you know, you know, bad, and just overall, just really, really horrible, horrible comments. And, it kind of, perplexed me and made me wonder about a few things. One, and I actually said this to somebody on this one girl's post because, she's 16. I mean, yeah, 16. She laid down. She had sex. She got pregnant. Maybe not the best situation in the world. But she was apparently with the boyfriend of the little boy that she had or whatever. She had him a month ago. And this woman is just berating her. And I'm just like, why are you going to be this way towards this girl? She got pregnant. There's nothing that she can do about it now. Why are you being such an ass to her? And that's another thing. Like, I don't understand. In today's society, in today's day and age, yes, teen pregnancy is going down. However, it does still happen. And I don't understand why people think it's okay to verbally assault and abuse these children. Because, ultimately, they are. They are children. At 16 years old, they may be teenagers, but they're still children. I remember at 16, man, there was so much I still had no idea about. There was so much that I can't even... I can't even remember life when I was 16. I was still a kid. And these grown adults, these people are just friggin' berating these poor girls over and over. And, I guess I just have another mindset because my mom had me at 16. I got pregnant really young. I got pregnant at 18. I had my oldest daughter. I was a teen mom ultimately, but I was with the father. I was with him and married to him and everything. We got married right before, 2 months before she was born. But if one of my daughters, even the one even my oldest daughter, who's going to be 18 this month, this year, not this month. She'll be 18 in October. Can you turn that down?
Can't do.
Well, you can hit the volume button. It's distracting me. Thank you. Even if Samantha were to get pregnant, she'll be 18 in October. If Patrick were to get somebody pregnant, if any of these girls got pregnant when they were teenagers, yeah, I'd be a little upset because it's not the life path that I want them to go down. But ultimately, if it happens, it happens. In my opinion, every baby that's going to come and be born onto this earth, whether it's given up for adoption or the parent, keeps it, that's one baby that was meant to be here. It was meant to be on this earth. So, whether my daughters get pregnant at 13 or 43, those children that are born are meant to be here. We have no idea. One of those children that are out there born to a teenage mother could end up being like, the president, or could, like, come up with a cure for cancer, or come up with the cure for AIDS, or heart disease, or, you know, whatever. Like, you never know what these future children, or these children of these, you know, teen parents are going to grow up to be. You know, and so I don't necessarily look at a teen mom or a teen parent in general, you know, being a bad thing. I mean, whatever babies are going to be here, they're meant to be here. I mean, I was meant to be here. My mother had an IUD when she got pregnant with me, and I was still conceived. I was still conceived. You know, Samantha and Patrick were planned. Lilia, I got pregnant on the birth control pill because my body rejected the one kind that I had been on. Well, no, I had started having problems with orthotricycline. I got my period and I just didn't stop bleeding for like a month and a half. Like, I bled the entire month and a half. And so my doctor put me on a different kind of pill, same in the orthocycline range, and my body just rejected it because orthotricycline is it's a little piece of bleach. It's three different doses, or three different strengths, or whatever. I haven't taken birth control pills since I got pregnant with her, so it's been 11 years almost. And my body rejected it. And I'd asked the doctor if I needed to use backup birth control, and he's like, no, because you haven't stopped taking it, you're just switching your dosage. I'm like, oh, okay. So, got pregnant with her on that. Didn't abort her. I got pregnant on birth control with her. She's meant to be here. Same with Holly. Even though Holly was a little bit of a different story. Like, we were talking about trying, and we were pretending, like, we were kind of, like, role-playing that we were trying. It was a very strange situation. I was still on birth control, but I wasn't, but I was. And it was just, I don't know. She's meant to be here. And then Julia was planned. So, you know, every child that comes out of every woman on this planet are meant to be here. Whether they're 13, 14, 16, 18, 19. And that's another thing. Like, if you're 18 or 19, you're still a teen, but you're an adult. So does that still technically mean that you're a teen mom? That's what, like, these are the, when I'm reading these, because nobody ever says anything when you're 18 or 19. Oh, you're 18, you're 19, you shouldn't be having kids, you're a teen mom. No, you never ever hear that. You only hear it when the girl is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I couldn't understand. These people are saying this to children. I mean, isn't there enough crap in this world today that you know, makes this world hard enough to live in? You gotta criticize a child for making a mistake? I can't wrap my mind around it. And let me tell you something. If any of these three girls got pregnant, because Samantha, she's going to be a legal adult in October. But even so, even her, like, if something were to happen with her, or with Patrick, and someone went after them, oh, Mama Bear be coming out. If the younger three got pregnant and they came and they did like a YouTube video or something or anything about it, like, I keep joking with my girls that I want grandbabies out of all of them. I'm like, I want grandbabies and I want to be there. But wait till you're older. You know, granted, if they got pregnant when they're young, yeah, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to flip the fuck out. I'm not going to criticize them. I'm not going to call them a slut or a whore or whatever. And I'm going to be ecstatic. I mean, if it's in the right context. I mean, if after they, if it's after they get married and everything like that, and they've, if they've been married for a while and they have a career and everything like that, ultimately that's every mother's dream for her child, is for them to, have a happy life, meet somebody, have a career, get married, then have babies. Well, we all know that's not, in today's society and standards, it's rare for it to happen that way. But I mean, if they were to come to me at 16, 17, even, God forbid, 13, and say to me, Mommy, I think I'm pregnant, or Mommy, I'm pregnant, or, if I've done my job as a mother, they'll know about birth control, and they'll know. I mean, they already do. I've already started talking to them. I've been talking to them since they were real young, because I want to educate them. I don't want to be the kind of parent that doesn't educate her kids, and those kids be the ones that get pregnant because they didn't talk to their parents. I was lucky. I was really lucky. My mother never talked to me about squat. And you guys know I've told you about what happened when I was 13, and I am, man, it's just, I don't want to have my children be one of those kids that are the statistic of, my parents didn't talk to me about sex or birth control, so that's how I ended up not knowing, blah, blah, blah. Because you know what? When I got pregnant with Samantha, all I knew was that sex caused babies. I had no idea about being scared. Like, I didn't even know. Like, the way I found out I was pregnant was funny. I actually thought I had the flu. I was throwing up. I was so sick. I felt so horrible. I was having all these cravings, but I had no idea that they were that they were pregnancy related. I had no clue, at all. And I found out I just happened to go up to the CVS that was right up the street from the apartment complex that me and my ex-husband were living in, and I got a test, and I mean, I must have been so far along that, I put the little drop, because it was one of those discs where you put the little droplet, that you use the dropper thingy, and you put it in, and it comes up as the little plus sign. And, I was just I hadn't even finished putting the drops in, and the thing was like, BAM! I'm like, wow, okay. And I mean, I was, it didn't feel real. I mean, I saw the test and it said it was positive and everything like that, but it didn't even dawn on me, to be scared, to be nervous, to be, I think I was happy, but I don't really think that it hit me. And I was like that my entire pregnancy. I was in such a fog, I had no idea. Feeling her move, I was just like, okay. And I didn't know to be scared. I didn't know to be, anything like that. But, most of these girls today, I was watching the videos, they're like, oh, well, I was really scared to tell my mom. I was really scared to tell my dad. I'm like, if you talk to your kids and you make it known that if you find out that you're pregnant, if it's a religious reason, then yeah, I can understand a little bit being strict, with the whole no premarital sex. And listen, my entire family, how can I put this nicely? My family the women in my family are very fertile. My mom had me at 16. I had Samantha at 18, 19 technically, because she was born the month after my 19th birthday. My grandmother was a teen. She was married, but she was a teen when she had, I don't know who was older, my mother or one of my uncles, I don't really know. Then one of my cousins wasn't married, and she got pregnant, and she ended up having a shotgun wedding because even though her and her baby's father were planning a wedding for later on, like a year and a half from then or whatever, they had to have a shotgun wedding because she was a teacher and she didn't want it to be a bad influence. And then my one cousin told her parents 2 weeks before the baby was born that she was pregnant. And I mean, a whole bunch of other situations happen in my family. So, I mean, like, it's almost, I don't want to say it's almost, I'm almost waiting for it. I mean, I have 5 kids, so one of them's getting pregnant before they're married. I just know it. Whether they're a teen or whether they're in their 20s or whatever, I don't know. But, I mean, in my family and my genetic line, it's bound to happen. And if it does happen, I'll be there for them. I'm not going to rant and rave and scream and flip out. Because, I mean, what's done is done. Once that baby's conceived, once it's in utero, you can't change anything. What's done is done. Yeah, you got pregnant. Okay, we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand how these people can be so horrible to these girls. And not only just girls, but pregnant girls. Like, being pregnant is stressful enough as it is. And then have all these friggin' trolls and assholes from the internet screaming at you, telling you how horrible of a person you are. I just don't get it. I just really don't get it. What did he do to you? Did he cover you up? Come here, babies. Come here, babies. He's my sweet boy. He's my sweet boy. He's my sweet boy. He's my sweet boy. He's doing a lot better. We're working on training. We're doing a lot of training. Yeah, we know stay, sort of. We know lay down. Don't we? Oh, see? You didn't actually have to lay down. I did wake him up, sort of. We're working on Go to Your Place. I only worked on that with him and he slobbered on me for a few minutes tonight. And we're getting really good on the leash. Aren't we? Yeah. Oh, he huffed at me. Will you please leave me alone so I can sleep? Hey. I bet you if I asked you if you wanted to go O-U-T-S-I-D-E, you'd pop right up. He's just laying there. Anyway, so that's my rant, I guess you could say. I am just kind of... I watched some weird shit on YouTube. I think I found... One night, about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I was watching... how people told their families, their prospective family, how they were, that they were pregnant and seeing the reactions. And some of them were really, really sweet. And I was crying my eyes out. And I had my headset, my earbuds in. And Dave was looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Why are you crying? And I'm just like, it's the female thing. It's this. Tears are fucking falling down my eyes. So every so often it'll pop up and then in my feed and I will click on them and then of course you have the side feed and I started seeing things for like 16 and pregnant, 15 and pregnant, how I told my parent that, I was pregnant. And I just got to thinking and I figured it would be a good post. So, but anyway, I'm going to go. I do have to take my doggy out before it starts raining again. I swear to God, this area, we have been getting downpours for like the last week. I'm so tired for this rain. I'm so tired of this rain. I want it to go away. But anyway, I'm going to go. Be well, be safe, and I'll see you another time. Bye.